Draw every day with JJK.
I forgot to press the button to unmute. You're probably wondering, like, what's wrong with my volume? No, sorry, that was my bad. Little technical glitch on my end. This is filmed live, so you never know what's going to happen. And when I roll that front part, I hit the mute button, so you don't hear me sneezing or whatever. Anyway, so I'm Jarrett. Welcome back to Draw Every Day with JJK, where we're here every single weekday at 2 p.m. on YouTube for the foreseeable future, drawing and having fun. I've been so inspired by all of the art that you all have sent in. And what's wild is not only all across the country, people sent art in from Ireland and where else? Australia and Greece. It's wild to think that we're able to connect through art with this modern technology. So it's Monday Art Supplies. Are you ready for a week? It's Monday. Happy Monday.
Woo! Monday. Monday.
A cup of coffee. He's always in a sour mood. Well, I, on Friday, gave you all a scribble. And I asked all of you to print it out and see what you could come up with. So, okay, so this was the scribble that I put out there. And check out all of the incredible interpretations that people made. I'm awestruck at how cool it is that everybody could see one scribble, but then envision something completely different in there. It's just amazing. Some of them had me laughing out loud. Some of them had me going, "Aw." Some of them had me going like, "Whoa, that was really clever use of those random marks." So we're going to keep it up every Friday. I'll give you a scribble. We'll work on it over the weekend. Today, what we're going to be talking about is motion lines. We're going to be talking about motion lines. So when you're drawing a comic, how to use motion lines to add energy and action into your image. So let me switch up my cameras. And here I am at my drafting table. I'm going to start using a different kind of pencil than you've seen me sketching before. So when I'm sketching for my comics in real life, I use a special pencil that's called non-photo blue. It's a specific shade of blue that the computer can't see. And it's pretty interesting. So you sketch with the non-photo blue, and then you ink in the work on top of it. When I scan in my artwork in at black and white, the computer is unable to register that non-photo blue. It just scans in that black line. So motion lines, I'm going to use the breakfast bunch. So if you've seen the Lunch Lady books, you know that there are these three kids called the Breakfast Bunch, and their names are Hector, Dee, and Terrence. And they help Lunch Lady solve her mysteries. So say if one of the characters was going to be running down the hall. Remember, I start off with shapes, just a couple of shapes, and I draw a gesture sketch. A very loose sketch to give a sense of the action and the motion. And I know it's all fitting together. I put that plus sign on the head. Imagine placing a plus sign on a balloon so I can know where the character's eyes, nose, and mouth will go. So here we have Terrence, and in this drawing, Terrence is running. Now I'm going to ink in the final line work. Today I'm drawing with a brush pen. So I get a very cool fluid line. And since Terrence is running and there's action there, I'm going to draw the bottom of his foot here. Now, if I want to show that he is moving with force, I'm going to draw motion lines going like this. And let's see, did my overhead camera inspect something here? Let me inspect something here. No, it looks like it's going. This is the problem with doing it live. Sometimes things go haywire. But hold on, let me see. Wait a minute. I think something got messed up here. I'm determined to try to fix the problem. Hold on. What I have up here is just a camera that is on a selfie stick that is taped to a clothes rack. It is very low tech here, but using high tech things. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I think you lost me altogether. Wait a minute. Okay, can you see me now? You can see me now. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hello, everybody. Here we go. Okay, I'm back here. Hold on. Input. So I'm using an app called Switcher Studio, which works amazingly, but it must have just somehow, in this moment, gotten disconnected from my iPhone to my iPad. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say remote camera mode. And on my iPad, it's going to say, I guess you're also getting a tutorial about how I put this show together in this moment. All right, let's see. Input. Jarrett's phone. Haha. Okay, I am back in action. Let me put this over on the tripod. Hey, you want to see a secret thing? You know how we know where to look into the phone? I put googly eyes on the tripod. But the googly eyes will help us know to look right at you. Okay, try this again. Camera A, camera B. Ta-da! Okay, solve the problem. So I drew these motion lines as a way to show the characters moving. Now, sometimes I'm just working in black and white now, but something that you might choose to do is use a different color for the motion line. So let's draw another picture. And I'm going to draw another character from the Breakfast Bunch. And much like Lunch Lady, the first thing I do is I draw an upside down teardrop. And then I draw a regular ended teardrop. And I figure where the arms and legs will go. And this is going to be Hector. And he gets scared. Again, imagine putting that plus sign on a balloon where the eyes, nose, and mouth go. And he is a bit of a scaredy cat. Okay, sketched it all out now. Going to create the finished line work. And he's kind of tiptoeing down a space here. Now, if I want to show that he's scared, I'm going to draw these motion lines around his body. Like so, and that will show that he's shivering out of fear. Okay, now next up, I think it is super close on me. There we go. A and B. Okay. Now I'll draw the third member of the Breakfast Bunch. And her name is D. And make sure everything's working technologically there. Okay, so D. So we had showed someone running. We showed someone shivering. I'm going to show her jumping. Again, start with those shapes. And her hair, that little plus sign. Now, as you're not exactly sure what's happening, let me show you what it might look like when I have a different color. I'm going to use this orange as a color to show. And see how now that looks like you can tell the direction for which she's jumping. I could also have drawn her jumping like this. Now, watch what happens if I draw this. Now you get the sense of how she's jumping and how she's moving. I'll show you something exciting that came in the mail on Friday after we filmed the show. The latest Jedi Academy book here. I'm going to do solo camera mode. I'm going to zoom it right in. And you want to sing it with me. Ready? Ba 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 ba. This is the last Jedi Academy book. It's called Jedi Academy at Last Jedi. It comes out on April 21st, and it was my first time holding it in my hand. I've been waiting and waiting for this book. So let me show you an example on how I used motion lines on a few pages in this book. You're already seeing more than anyone on the internet has by my flipping through these pages. I use the motion lines with the ships flying, with the here we go, with the lightsabers. Let's zoom in right here. Chum 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 chum. Because I showed the motion lines like this, you got the sense of the path that the ship traveled. Now we're in space, so everything in the background is black, and here we have a lighter gray. And see how I use a different style of outline than I did for the ship. Now let me see if I could find you a scene with a lightsaber battle. You know what? Better yet, why don't I draw you a character wielding the lightsaber. Okay, so I'm going to draw Christina Starspeeder. She is the star of the most recent trilogy. And again, it's the same thing when I was talking about body language, where if your character's going to throw something, you might have them like this or like that, but you wouldn't have them in between. So I'm going to have her swing that lightsaber, and I'm going to actually make some changes to this gesture sketch to make her pose more dynamic. And that's why I don't spend a lot of time on these gesture sketches. I don't draw all of those details because I might want to make some changes. Now let me get my yellow, because she has a yellow lightsaber. And why don't I use this red as the motion line. So we see her there, but watch what happens now when I do this. Now you get the sense of that movement. All right, so let's check in with the pugs. Now, here in the Krosoczka house, we had a huge day over the weekend. So this is a bit of a time machine. We're going to take the pug cam, we're going to dial it to 2 days ago so you could see this live. It's happening now 2 days ago. It was Frank's birthday. Frank the pug turned 5 years old. It was 2 days ago, but he turned 5 years old. So I want you to all join the Krosoczka family as we sing a very happy birthday to Frank, who was made a cake specifically for dogs to eat.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Frankie. Happy birthday to you.
You were posting now.
Okay, Frankie, blow out the candles.
What a special day. Thank you for singing from all around the world for our little pug. So this is the part now where I'm going to get on that phone and I'm going to call a friend. I know you don't believe me, even though you've seen it happen 4 times. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are special guest days because Friday is brainstorming days. We don't have time for guests when we're so busy brainstorming. I'm going to hop on that phone. I'm going to call my friend Mike. Oh, where is his book? Here it is. Da, 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 da. This is Little Elliot, Big City. This was his debut title. He has a bunch of books in the Little Elliot series here. Let me get you. There we go. Look at how beautiful Mike's artwork is. Little Elliot, Big City, his debut title from 5 years ago now, I want to say, or 6 or 7, 8 years ago. Wait, oh, you know what? That's why there's a copyright page. Let's see. 2014. Okay, 6 years ago, the world met Mike Curato through Little Elliot. So many Little Elliot books came after this one. And I got to brag on Mike for a second. I was interviewing the Chris Van Allsburg at the 92nd Street Y in New York City some years ago. You know Chris Van Allsburg from the Polar Express and Jumanji. And Chris Van Allsburg loved this book. He knew it before even introduced Mike. So let's hop on the old internet phone and call Mike Curato. Mike Curato!
Hey Jarrett, hey everybody. So excited to be here today. We are going to be drawing my good friend, Little Elliot. Hello! Okay friends, so I've just gotten some regular paper here, and I've got some crayons. Usually when I draw Elliot in my books, I use a pencil and then I color him on the computer. But today I thought it would just be fun if we use crayons, because that's something that almost everybody has. So I'm gonna show you how I draw Elliot, because I draw him really quickly, and then I'll do it step by step. So here's an ear, and there's a trunk, and a mouth, and eyes, the other ear, there's his head, and an arm, belly, his other arm, some legs, and a tail. There he is. And he's got some pink spots, and some blue spots. And his tail is a little bit blue too. Okay, so I've been drawing Elliot for a really long time, so I can draw him so quickly, but maybe you're drawing Elliot for the first time. So what I would say is, what helps me is to make everything a basic shape. So I'll go really light and make a circle. That'll be his head. And then his body is kind of like a bean, or like an oval, a longer circle underneath that one. Yeah. And then for the trunk, can make a U, the letter U. And then you just make another U underneath it, like that, and you can connect them. So there's a trunk, right? And then you can add a little mouth right there. And then some dots for eyes. And then the ears, let's see. It's kind of like an upside down U, right? And then the bottom is kind of like curvy. Let's see, like wiggles. 1 wiggle, 2 wiggle, 3 wiggle. There we go. There's an ear. Same other side, upside down U with some wiggles. We can connect this here. So there's his head. And then his arms, we've got more U's. Here's like a U with a short side. And here's another U for that side, right? And then for the legs, they're kind of like U's with a flat bottom, right? So there's the letter U. There's another one right there. And then you can add a little tail like that. And then the little poof of hair is kind of like an almond shape, like that. Almost like when you're drawing an eye. All right. And then, yeah, then you just add in the spots. Elliot needs his color spots. Otherwise, he doesn't feel like himself. That's his signature look. All right. So there's some Elliots. And also, we don't want Elliot to be lonely. So let's draw Mouse. And Mouse, here, I'll draw Mouse real quick. Whoop. There's Mouse. And to go really slow, Mouse is like a lot of triangles. So the head is a triangle like that. And the body is a triangle like that. And then we can connect them. And then the ears are upside down U's again. But this one has a little notch in it, like a letter V on the top. And then a dot for the eyes, and then you can just put little tiny legs right there, and just a whoop, little line for the tail. I like to color that pink. And Mouse's nose is pink, and some of the ear inside of the ears are pink. Yeah. So that's how I make Elliot. Yay! Well, that was lots of fun. Thanks for having me today, Jarrett. And I hope everyone keeps drawing. Stay healthy.
Mike, thank you so much for joining us. We absolutely loved having you. Now, some of you watching might know me from Hey Kiddo. Hey Kiddo is a graphic memoir that I wrote. It's for young adults. It's not for the young ones. It's for kids 12 and older. If you are a grown-up or a teenager, an older sibling that's watching, and you loved Hey Kiddo, Mike Curato has a young adult teen graphic coming out. It's called Flamer. And it's a graphic novel, loosely based on real-life experience. It's not a memoir like Hey Kiddo is. This is stunningly beautiful. So for all of the older viewers out there, this is the young adult graphic novel of 2020. I'm telling you, it's coming out in the fall. It's going to have so many stickers on it. And I can't wait for the world to realize what I already know, which is that Flavor is the young adult graphic novel of 2020. Let's play some family draw time.
Scribble game!
All right, everybody, welcome Lucky back to the show.
Hi.
Okay, so Lucky and I are going to play the Scribble game. But before we draw a Scribble for one another, our friend Charlie, who watches the show, Charlie sent me a Scribble. And it got sent to me over the internet through the website. And I printed it out. So to start today, let's fix the camera. Camera A, camera B. Okay. Lucky, what color would you like today? Blue. I'm missing some of my... If anyone's seen my orange or my yellow, please let me know. I cannot seem to find my orange and yellow marker. Okay.
I have a mustache.
Oh, mustache. You have a blue stash. Okay. So I'll use red, you use blue. And remember, the rule of the Scribble game is it can go in any direction you want it to go. Okay, let's see.
Wait, you have to use all of the Scribble?
No, you could use whatever part of the Scribble you'd like.
Yay!
Go ahead. We'll go at the same time. So, ready? And actually, hold yours just here so they can see what you're doing, okay? And right up to there. Perfect. Okay, ready? And go. I think I'm still thinking about Friday's show where we drew a flamingo with a guitar.
Oh, yeah.
What are you drawing? What do you see in your Scribble?
I see somebody fishing.
Oh, nice. And that was the hook?
Yeah. He has a hat on.
Nice.
Here we go. And he got a fish.
Nice. Oh, with a little X on the eyes. Here, let's hold it up so they can see. Okay, so Charlie, look what we did with that scribble. Two artists saw two very different things in that one scribble. Okay, so let's, lucky you and me, let's each draw each other a scribble.
Can we
Yeah.
look at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so we can see. Okay, ready? On the count of three, ready to scribble? 1, 2, 3. Oh man, killing me, kid. You're killing me, kid. Okay, that's my complicated scribble. That's your scribble.
Done.
Oh, what let me see. Let's see. Awesome. That's a nice snake. I am drawing my
Snoopy.
favorite cartoon character,
Snoop.
Snoopy. Oh, it's my absolute favorite. Snoopy is my happy place. I like that we used red and blue because that's kind of a cool color combination. And we're going to be talking about more about colors in future episodes. Well,
Future
episodes. We want to thank you all so much. If you would like to have your art featured at the end of the show, visit my website, studiojjk.com. Remember, that's for the grown-ups, kids. Make sure that you have grown-ups permission before you go on the internets. So studiojjk.com/draw every day with jjk.html, but there's a link right on studiojjk.com. So switching it up a little bit. You know, I've been playing this really nice jazz song that I licensed to play over the kids' artwork. We're still going to use that from time to time, but what I'd like to do is I'd also like to support some musicians that I'm a fan of. The Deedle Dees. They create incredible and rocking indie rock music for kids and their grown-ups. Their music is inspired by history, science, and folklore. They have a whole album about women's history. So really, please check out the Deedle Dees. Support their work. You're going to hear one of their songs as I play your fantastic artwork. I'm Jarrett.
Lucky.
That's Lucky.
Lucia
Lucy.
Whatever.
JJK. We will see you tomorrow.
/do it. Please click like and subscribe and keep drawing. See you soon.